Good morning, everyone. Hello. Thank you for being here. Today is Sunday, June 7th, and we're going through some rough times right now, aren't we? And what we're going to be talking about today is keeping in the eye of the storm. Who knows what the eye of the storm means? I looked on Wikipedia because I know what the eye of the storm means, but not really. You know, you kind of know it means like the middle of the storm. So I actually looked on Wikipedia, and this is what it said. The eye of the storm is a region of mostly calm weather at the center of a cyclone. It is surrounded by the eye wall, a ring of towering thunderstorms where the most severe and highest winds occur. So when you think about the storm, the eye of the storm is the very center, where it's calm, maybe a little bit of a breeze, but nothing that's going to knock you down. And then it's surrounded by the eye wall. And beyond the wall is where the most tumultuous weather is. Just like now, how we are in extremely tumultuous times. And I thought it would be timely to talk about how to stay at peace and on your balance, stay centered during this time of insanity that's going on in our world right now. Everything's just bonkers, sideways. And I've mentioned to you before, this is a sociological pattern that happens from decade to decade. You know, and it usually has a drastic swing. The last thing we had was political correctness. What do we have now? Political incorrectness to the nth degree. So this is to be expected, because in order to know the future, you have to understand the past. This is the way that it has always been. Another thing I was thinking about is what is so interesting is all of the ugliness that is shown to us right now, that we are seeing, really is revealing who we really are. This is really showing who we really are as a person, as a group, as a country, as the world, as this is a, you know, worldwide phenomenon that's going on. It's showing us who we really are, isn't it? And what it is that we need to do. It shows us what it is we need to do to work on ourselves. Okay. Some facts here. A lot of people have, you know, and it's a very beautiful sentiment, peace on earth. And somebody else mentioned this online yesterday, and I'm like, that's what I'm talking about tomorrow. Peace on earth, I don't believe has ever existed within country, within the race. You know, one race to the other. The Greeks don't like the Turks. The Koreans don't like the Japanese. You know, it has always been, all the way back to the first documented family with Adam and Eve, where Cain killed Abel. And this is part of our human nature. And the reason why we need the Creator to help us do better, because it's part of human nature that needs to be fixed. So peace on earth, we can pray for. The more realistic thing is peace within. Okay, race wars have always been. and probably always will be, because as human beings, we don't like anybody who's different. If it's skin color, if it's ability versus disability, if it's, you know, whatever it is, cultural differences. There's, you know, anything that's different, a lot of people don't like. And that starts off in preschool. You know, the kid that's different in preschool, the other kids make fun of them, bully them. See, this is human nature. And I heard a pastor many years ago say, humans are not naturally good and sometimes bad. Human nature itself is bad, and it takes effort to be good. It takes effort to be good. Hey, Tracy. So, what do we do? What do we do? Because our goal is to be in the eye of the storm. First card up. I learned to love both the positive and negative aspects of others as I grow and to love my own strengths and weaknesses. Let me get this straight here. As I learn to love my own strengths and weaknesses. So, you know, we have to realize that everybody has their own strengths and weaknesses, and make some decisions. If it's somebody that you're really close to or somebody that you really have a good connection to, it's worth working through. If it's somebody who, you know, you don't really barely know them and you're really getting into it, you know, then, you know, maybe that's somebody you don't talk to very much. I have a healthy, balanced way of seeing, thinking, and reacting to the world around me. Healthy, flexible, and balanced way of seeing and reacting to the world. This thing is still screwing me up. Seeing how you react. Choose to be balanced. It takes thought before you speak. And Eric is on here, and one thing Eric and I have in common is we will put our truth out there, and a lot of people disagree. You know, I had that happen on Facebook yesterday where I put my truth out there about what's going on, and people disagree, as it always happens. I didn't fight. I didn't call anybody any names. I just said, okay. You have the right to your opinion. I'm not going to fight you on it because I want to stay in the eye of the storm. That is the whole goal through this thing and through life, is to stay in the eye of the storm. Because when you start arguing back with people and you start getting into it with people, what happens is you leave the eye of the storm. You go through that storm wall, that eye wall, it's actually called. And now you are in the most severe weather, the highest wind. You have put yourself in a chaotic situation. I don't want that for me, and I don't want that for you. We got to stay in the eye of the storm, which means a lot of self-discipline, right? Think before you speak. And if you don't get along with someone, walk away. It's not worth your energy. I am able to communicate my thoughts to others at the appropriate time with the correct amount of emotional intensity. I've had people say things, or I've watched people say things, and they just come down like a ton of bricks on you. Pardon the pun with what's going on. You know, just slamming you or slamming somebody else, or just, you know, really letting them have it. And that's out of bounds. What this calls for, the correct response, the healthy response, is to use the correct amount of emotional intensity. You know, and that's up to you. How you respond. Choose to stay in the eye of the storm. Know where you are agreed with and where you're not. Take what fits and let the rest go. Let it go. Just let the rest of it go. Okay, so in order to have this discipline, when there's so much dissension going on in the world right now, to have all of this, what do we need to do individually? Because I'm not talking about what other people need to do. I'm talking to you. This is between us. What do you need to do? Be strong. I pull myself up and do what needs to get done. See, Dennis, I'm still screwed up. Be strong. Be strong. It's the humble that are the strongest. The people that are going off and blabbing and yelling and pitching a fit and bullying, there's no strength in that. There's no strength in that. That's like a child having a temper tantrum. And we're seeing a lot of that going on right now. And what we want to do, again, our goal is to stay in the eye of the storm. Don't step out of that range, because then it's a real storm. That's where you get messed up. That's where you get messed up. Be gentle with yourself. Okay? Be compassionate with yourself, with the things that you do. Don't say to yourself, oh, I really should have told them off when they mentioned that thing, and I just know it's wrong, and you just wait until they see, they're going to find out. They're going to... Be gentle with yourself and be kind. Because don't forget, everyone's got their own perception. It has always been that way. 5 people see a car accident, you're going to get 5 responses. So why are we so shocked when everyone's got a different response now? Right? Be gentle with yourself during these times. That means taking care of yourself, maintaining your spirit, talking to Creator, talking to God, asking for grace, asking for help, in remaining gentle, humble, and kind. Remain gentle, humble, and kind so that you stay in the eye of the storm. Because the storm's happening one way or the other. It's not the first storm. It's not the last storm. So the best thing we can do, and what I'm doing today, is giving you the tools to how to stay in the eye of the storm, how to stay out of the fray of what's going on. Because the people that are acting out right now and doing all of these things, it doesn't help them personally. You know, it doesn't help them. And I understand there's reasons for protests and revolutions and things like that. But please do what's right for you. Don't be pressured by other people. I've had a lot of people put pressure on me to think like they do. And I don't do that. I prefer to be gentle with myself and just say thank you, no thank you. Our greatest goal is for us to be the light of our world, your world. Be the light. How can you be the light? Well, funny you should ask. I'm going to tell you. Be the light of the world by sharing love, sharing compassion, sharing a peaceful, lighthearted spirit. We need lighthearted right now. I've been watching so many comedies on TV because the drama is just too much. Be lighthearted, be loving, be real. And again, like what we said last week, what would love do? What would love do in this situation? There's your answer. Okay, and again, this helps keeps you in the eye of the storm, which is where I want you to be, friends. In the eye of the storm. Okay? Lastly, we are not alone. I am with you always, even until the end of the world. We're not alone. We have our Creator, God, Jesus, whatever term you prefer to use. But there is a higher power there. There is a Creator there that will always be with us, and we're not alone. He's in the eye of the storm. Choose friends that will help you stay in the eye of the storm. You know, if you have a friend and you know that the two of you are going to get into it, you might want to rethink that relationship, unless it's somebody you're really close to and it really means a lot to you. Whatever it takes to stay in the eye of the storm is what I highly recommend. That takes your own self-discipline. That takes your own self-talk. Okay, that takes your own behavior. What you're putting out there. When somebody's nasty to you, you know, I'll just say, okay, or I respect your opinion. I have a different one. Don't engage. Don't engage. Because when you start storming between you and someone else, you're pushing yourself to that eye wall. And next thing you know, you are where, according to Wikipedia, the most severe weather and highest winds occur. And we don't need that. Life has enough struggles of our own. And like I said, this is not going to be the last time this happens. So take this opportunity to don't just say, oh, wow, people are really fighting. Wow. Look below the surface and we can really see what's really going on with people, where what really needs to get fixed. It's being revealed to us in this manner. And where do you fit in all of that? For now, step one, stay in the eye of the storm, where it's most peaceful, so you can keep your balance. Don't lose your way. Don't get pressured into, this or that or whatever. Stay strong. Stay in alignment with who you are, who you're meant to be, and hang on to that. I am sending you so much love. If there's anything I can do for you, if you have any questions, anything that you want to work through, any questions about anything I've had to say, I am so here for you and would love to help out in any way I can. Don't forget I have a YouTube channel, Esther, Your New Life Coach. You might say, yeah, I don't need that. I'm good. Okay, well, you might know somebody who could use it. And my purpose is to build up a library full of issues that affect us all. And it's my free gift to you. I'm feel led to do that, and it is done with pleasure. I'm sending you so much love. Have a wonderful week. Have a peaceful week. Stay in the eye of the storm. Okay? And I will see you next Sunday. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.